NEWMAP, with the project development objective, which was to reduce vulnerability to soil erosion in targeted sub-watersheds through the prevention and reversal of land degradation, focusing on major gully erosion sites as well as enhancing the livelihoods of project beneficiaries, successfully intervened in 13 erosion sites and communities. To date, 7 of these sites are fully remediated, 1 palliative intervention, and 5 uncompleted sites at different levels of completion. It is important to note that NEWMAP successfully completed remediation of the following 7 sites: St. Thomas Aquinas Comnero Plaza, Oka, the Amachala site, Oka, the New Heritage Omaba site, Onitsha, the Enugu site, the Abidu Moji site, the Newichi site, and the Ojota site. These interventions, both completed and uncompleted across the 13 sites, led to the reclamation and stabilization of 3,832.4 hectares of land, which was once rendered useless by menacing gullies. The reclaimed land was treated and stabilized to resist storm water, while a total of 40.98 hectares of land has equally been treated with bioengineering. Similarly, 5 kilometers length of roads were paved and asphalted and appropriately equipped with stormwater collector drains across 3 erosion sites where they were needed. However, as already noted, 5 out of the 13 erosion sites could not be completed before the closure of NEWMAP on 30th June 2022. These sites, which are at different levels of completion, are as follows: the Mpo flyover erosion site. At Mpo flyover, there is already serious backward extension of vulnerability into remediated areas, and the situation will get worse if nothing is done. This heavily built-up suburb of Onitsha will have serious humanitarian crisis if the site collapses.
The work actually started from that end. It got to somewhere around the filling station. They stopped. Before they started that end, the force of the water was not so much like that. Now that they have done something up there, now the volume is becoming very heavy and serious down here. They have not been able to channel the water properly from that end. So there's a kind of collection now that's actually putting a whole lot of pressure down this end. About 1, 2, 3, 4 landlords have passed on because of this. I can mention their names if there's need for that. That is making the neighborhood to say, if they knew that they wouldn't be completing the job, why coming to start it? They would have left us the way we were before. When it rains, some will enter here, some will enter there, some will enter there, thereby reducing the pressure. But in a situation where they have not been able to give the thing a kind of channel, and they're not completing the channel, I've been praying. My wish has been to want to start this job again. I think I can see that prayer is being answered.
The Ogamu-Mobosi erosion site. At Ogamu-Mobosi, the situation is even worse, as the devastation ongoing at the uncompleted sections of the gully is threatening to sack the entire community, and the state may not be able to manage the relocation crisis that will result from this.
So far so good. The work started well, and within that very period we thought that everything worked out fine, better. But today the community in general are suffering. Most of the structures are affected. Many of them are collapsing. Even it's very risky for children.
This erosion is illegal mad. Maybe compound many people are going here. Who's this across the Jubo? I know now for so now your government. Mostly this present government is Soluda. But I am a solution.
The Ikengo-Ogidi erosion site. Ikengo-Ogidi is another critical case, as significant sections of heavily built-up areas are yet to be covered and at risk of caving in. A very serious flooding incident is seriously threatening the remediated areas through the Gully head, and if left untreated, has the potential capacity to undermine the entire investment.
People are at the point of evacuating from this place because of the magnitude of the erosion here. So we are grateful for the work they have done so far, but we still pray and beg that assistance be given to complete this job.
The Abagana erosion site. Abagana, though significantly completed, at the percentage completion of 71%, is still a very big risk as long as the main drainage channel did not get to the proposed terminal point of the stream. There is serious sign of erosion and expansion at the current point of termination. It will get worse if nothing is done soon, and gains already made at the site will be seriously undermined. Slopes and bare surfaces currently or not treated with bioengineering are being seriously compromised and undermined.
In my adage, there is a proverb that says, if you are waiting for your friend, and after waiting for so long, and you hadn't that patience to wait a little longer for him to come, the whole waiting will be in vain. So, as much as I'm happy for their intervention in my community, they didn't complete the project. They said NEWMAP stay in Nigeria is over, leaving us between the deep sea and the devil. I don't know the adage to use to qualify it. So we are hopeful if people can complete the project, then the problem will be solved once and for all. We pray that God will empower you people, because this your job is not easy.
The Ire-Obosi erosion site. At 80% completion, Ire-Obosi erosion site is relatively stable. However, completing the site 100%, especially as regards treating slopes and bare surfaces with the bioremediation, will ensure the sustainability of the interventions at the site.
They did a very nice job, and I give great thanks to them for the government. Remember, so if not by now, we would have been totally off this area. But it still remains a lot of work. The Gully, if not within some time, the Gully will start coming again. The erosion will start destroying again. We are still living in fears. I'm pleading, if you can help us.
A greater demonstration of the impact of NEWMAP in Anambra State is that it inspired the formation of Anambra State Erosion, Watershed and Climate Change Agency to tackle ecological threats on a structured and sustainable basis. The present administration, in further pursuit of its environmental governance agenda, have operationalized ANSUCAR to lead the charge on the future of Anambra State's fight against gully erosion under the Professor Charles Chukwumasaludo-led Solution Mandate agenda. The new agency immediately swung into action to ensuring sustainability of the interventions and investment under NEWMAP.
We know the 5 sites that are uncompleted, and they are our priority sites now to deal with, because we have committed billions of naira there. But the good news is that the European Investment Bank, they have come to continue where World Bank stopped, specifically to ensure that all those 5 outstanding uncompleted sites are completed first.
After 8 years of NEWMAP fixing lives and livelihoods and closing the gap between man and his environment, the Anambra Erosion Watershed and Climate Change Agency, ANSUCAR, has been charged by the Saludo administration to lead the fight against erosion menace, landscape restoration, and environmental sustainability. Truly, the solution is here.